The national champion is clad in big orange.
The pitch. Swing and the miss. That's the ball game. The national champion is clad in big orange.
Pat Summitt and Destiny have met 7 times before. Tonight is number 8.
Tennessee Volunteers have wrapped up an SEC outright regular season title. Connect with
the SEC runs through Rocky Top. Tennessee wins the SEC regular season crown for the 2nd consecutive season.
the 1-0. In the air, right center field. Rock's on the move. Rock get there. Tennessee walks it off. Listen to this man. Deep three. Come on now. And don't connect. Rocky trying this time. Indeed. New hand there. Down the middle. Got it. The fly is high and again. And he's going to take it. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Hey, how much fun is this?
Man, Rocky Top, this is college football at its absolute best.
It's college athletics. It's absolute best, man. Welcome into another episode of the Fanatics Show on a Tuesday night this week. We are doing it a little bit early so that we don't mess with Thanksgiving festivities with the families.
We got to
So appreciate you tuning in to us. I'm Michael, my co-host Skylar. Skylar, man, how we doing after watching a fantastic Tennessee basketball game that had Final Four energy going on?
Oh, it was good, man. What a game. That's why we went a little bit later. Yes, we were finishing that game up as the Vols get a massive victory over the Elite Eight rematch, Houston. And, man, I tell you what, it's been a great weekend and start to the week. We got to watch, obviously, we're going to talk about it, but the very first win in our cognitive lifetime, honestly, if we're being honest here. It's the first time since 2003 Vols get the win down in Gainesville. Follow that up with the volleyball team in the SEC tournament knocking out Florida as well. It's been awesome. And then obviously big win for the Lady Vols basketball team and the men's basketball team. And yeah, we're here. We're live. We're talking about it on a Tuesday night. And as we lead into rivalry week, and what a slate we have to talk about, Michael. How are you doing?
Doing better now. Family's been sick this weekend. I'm getting over it today, but we're here. We're surviving, slowly getting better, and once again, we get to talk about some Tennessee football. So can't get much better than that. Each and every time that we're able to do this, as do have a couple of people tuning in already. Seven-toed Skeet, old Skeet man tuning in. Y'all have any more than McDonald's bags laying around? I'm tired of losing. M-I-Z. Yeah.
It'd be like that.
Yeah, it does be like that sometimes. And then Austin, Ireland, tuning in, go Vols, baby. Absolutely.
What's up?
Skylar, man, you want to go ahead and give us our presenting show sponsor?
Shoot, you already know. It is Chris Smith Insurance. So as a homeowner, Chris was once let down by an insurance company. So he started his own agency where instead of feeling like a big company is fighting for you, fighting against you, you'll know that your agent is fighting for you. All insurance is not equal. Trust Chris Smith Insurance today right here in Oak Ridge, Tennessee. Give him a call at 865-272-3387 just to get that quote. And again, Chris is not just going to find you the best rates. He's going to find you the best rates with the best coverage so that if that moment does happen to your home or to anything within, you will have that peace of mind to know that everything is properly insured. Chris, we appreciate your continued support.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into the rundown of tonight's show as we are going to recap that Tennessee-Florida game from this past weekend. Just an absolute butt whooping that Tennessee laid on the Gators in the swamp.
Oh, wasn't it nice? In the first half, at least.
Yeah, absolutely. Second segment, we are going to talk about the upcoming matchup this weekend, one of the biggest ones in Tennessee and Vanderbilt history coming up this weekend. And in segment 3, we are going to give picks. Then we got Jake coming off of a winning week last week.
Hey.
So let's get right into all this. Yeah, absolutely. Let's get right into all this. I'll give you our segment 1 sponsor, which is Optimal Asbestos Services. Optimal Asbestos Services offers detailed asbestos inspections and air quality assessments. Whether you're looking to secure your home or workplace, you can trust Optimal Asbestos Services to deliver thorough and reliable solutions. Contact Jeff Moll at 865-223-3297 for your consultation today, or go on the web at optimalasbestosservices.com. Tennessee 31, Florida 11 in the Swamp on Saturday. Skylar, initial thoughts from this game?
Initial thoughts.
It's about dang time, right?
It's about dang time. I'll tell you what. I'll be honest with you. I got a few friends, unfortunately, that are Florida fans. They had been talking some mad crap all week. I ain't even gonna lie. Yeah, it's funny how quiet they've been all year. But there's something about Gator Hair Week. They were talking some mad stuff, and I actually stayed quiet because I'm not gonna lie. I was cautiously optimistic. I mean, how could you be confident when you're talking about a team that's not gone into Gainesville 1 in 22 years? So I just kind of stayed the course. And then Friday I got a little comfortable. I was like, nah. I even told him, I said, I think we drained the swamp in 3. And I was completely joking. But it was so refreshing to watch it actually happen.
Florida fans stayed for the Tom Petty, I won't back down, and then immediately left.
And then immediately backed out. That might be the most comical thing I've ever seen in my life. But no, the start of this game could not have been better. What an absolute masterpiece of a game plan between Halsey, Heupel, and the crew. Defense did okay. I still think we missed a lot of tackles. I'll talk about that later. I want to stay positive here. But the defense did okay. We benefited on a holding call that was legit on the very first drive, right? So that kind of helped swing things our way. But here's where I'll give Tennessee even more credit. But you took advantage of those, right? When the breaks actually went your way, you continued to put on more steam. And so to see,
and how many times have we seen that this year where the breaks have gone for us and we just hadn't taken advantage of it? It's been numerous times this year, especially on the defensive side of the ball, where that's happened. And as you said, actually finally, took advantage of it.
So. I agree. Kevin comes in and says, "Go Vols." Don't mean crap if we get owned by Candy this weekend. I agree, but disagree. You can't take away that win in Gainesville for the first time since 2003, regardless. And here's where the reason why I say that is now you just secured an 8-4 season, which for 15 years, that's the ceiling of this program. So once again, in a Heupel rebuild year going into this year, the worst you've gone is 8-4. And that's if we go and lose to Vanderbilt, which I don't think that's going to happen. But right here, we're talking about Vols Gators. I mentioned how refreshing it was to drain the swamp in 3 quarters. And really, it was just a start. 4 possessions, 4 touchdowns. You had a couple 3-and-outs by the defense to help with that. You end up going into half 31-0. Okay, you just can't script any better. I could really nitpick the ending of the half. I was very frustrated with 2 straight runs there, but other than that, you can't really complain about it.
Yeah, and let's talk about that for a minute because in the moment I was frustrated about it too. I was like, dang, you've got a chance to go into the half.
Had timeouts too.
To nothing, and you did have timeouts. You had a chance to do it. But then I got to thinking about it, and I actually read something that Zach Rakin from A to Z Sports put on his website. He made a great point that, when you look back at the Alabama game, you tried going in to the half instead of just getting points off a field goal. You tried going for that touchdown. Let's just say that something like that does happen again, and freak scenario, Florida picks it off, takes it back for a pick 6. Florida also got the ball to start the second half. Instead of it being 31-0 like it was, it could have very easily been 28-14 Gators or 28-14 Tennessee in Tennessee's first possession of the second half, with Florida having momentum on their side.
That's a fair point. I mean, yeah, when you look at it from that perspective, the only difference I would say is Joey was in the zone. He wasn't having to force anything. He started the game 10 of 10. I mean, like, there was no forcing the ball there. So I would say the difference is Alabama, I felt like he had to force that, which is why he threw it a little bit behind the player, and obviously what happened. But overall, I mean, like I said, that's just nitpicking, because at the end of the day, Florida had done giving up. Okay. Like, this was, I think, really after the second touchdown, and I told you this play off air, but now that we're live, I think Florida gave up the moment Mike Matthews popped him in the mouth on that sweep. That play, I jumped out of the couch. It was a jet sweep. It was some misdirection, but you had Braylon Staley kind of leading the way blocking. Mike Matthews pops a secondary defender in the mouth, and then continues to drive, I think, 3 or 4 Florida defenders on him until they got to about the 6 or 5 yard line. Mm-hmm. What a tone setter. And really, since then, when we scored that touchdown, make it 14-0, you kind of tell, like, we had all the momentum on our side. We really took the crowd out of it. I mean, for as much as ESPN propped Griffin, what's the stadium? Ben Griffin.
Ben Hill Griffin
Ben
Stadium.
Hill Griffin, thank you. I was mixing them up, but with how much they were propping that up, the night environment, and yes, it was nice, but Tennessee did a great job taking that out of the equation for most of the night.
Yeah, and my big positive from this game right here was the running game. I mean, your offensive line was getting pushed the entire game. I mean, Florida didn't stand a chance. Every single play that Tennessee ran, it was Tennessee just blowing the Florida defensive line off the ball. I mean, by the time anybody even touched one of our running backs, the majority of the time, there was a few plays here and there where it was different, but the majority of the time, it was Tennessee running backs 2 and 3 yards down the field before anybody even touched them. Now, one play that I'm thinking of that Tennessee did get lucky on, that 4th down conversion there towards the end of the half, where it was just a missed blocking assignment, but Deshaun Bishop, his strength, he just was able to break through that one right there.
Make sure you're giving him credit because that was not luck, big dog. He fought for that.
Oh, no, I'm giving Deshaun Bishop total credit for that. But it was...
There was one defensive lineman for Florida that kept continuously getting through. Kind of like he would just drop down toward the center, and he did it several plays in a row. I mean, so to your point, kind of getting beat up there, but I would also preface that with saying we mauled their offensive line all night.
Oh, yes, 100%.
Their right tackle, pray for that man, okay? Because Tyree West ate him up, okay? There was a run play where Tyree West goes to the outside of that tackle and was still able to loop back in and make the tackle. I'm not even talking about the play where Tyree West tackled the running back and the quarterback at the same time.
Yeah, that play was awesome.
Tyree West may have signed his NFL contract with that play alone. You know how there's always plays, especially defensively, where one play really gets somebody signed or drafted in the NFL. Tyree West may have done that against Florida. But overall, what a game. What a weight off of Heupel's shoulders. I mean, how many times? This is the 3rd time now he's gone down to Gainesville. And to be able to get this, we talked about in the offseason, he's got to do one thing that he hasn't done since he's been here this year for us to even chalk this season up as a success. He had 4 opportunities. He's missed on 3 of them, but he cashed in on the 4th. And one of them was don't lose a game on the road that you're favored to win or whatnot. And I'm saying he failed on that one because he lost the home game against Oklahoma, right? Shouldn't have done that. So we're going to cancel those out. But overall, you still lost to Georgia. You still lost to Alabama. But you finally got that win in Gainesville. So yeah, you got the opportunity to go or host Vanderbilt this weekend in what will be no doubted. I mean, it'll be their Super Bowl because that's their only chance of getting the playoff. So I'm joking. That's clickbait. I'm sorry. It's a big game, and especially with you're seeing the media coming out and re-prefacing all the things that Pavia has said over the offseason. It's kind of fun to see the banter between the fans. This is fun. This is what it's about, man. I'm actually really excited about the game this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, when's the last time that we were able to have back and forth banter with Vanderbilt?
And it actually means something, or you almost don't feel bad about it. James Franklin,
even then, it was Vanderbilt was the better team.
Yeah,
it wasn't really any banter going on because Vanderbilt was easily the better team at that time. So
yeah,
especially. I mean, in my lifetime, I don't think there's been a time where it's actually meaned anything for the banter between the two schools. Where Tennessee, Florida, especially the last several years, that banter's been there. Alabama, the last several years, that banter has been there. Georgia, for the majority of our life, was there. Now lately Georgia's been dominating us, but it's fun banter. It's always awesome whenever you can see that. But let's get into a couple of the negatives. All right, Tennessee did not score a single point in the second half.
No.
And on one hand, you didn't have to because Florida only scored 11 points total in the second half, but at the same time, this was a game where
scoring 40 just looks so much better, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you really want to just, especially in that third quarter, just
we're reaching.
Put the pedal to the metal, go ahead and get some more points on the board, and then get some of your backups in the game. Being able to put backups in the game against a rival like Florida,
that's more disrespectful than
that just says something. So that's one place where I'm a little bit disappointed, but kind of going back to the positive side, Tennessee didn't make any mistakes in this game.
No.
I mean, did not turn the ball.
Yeah, back to our preview. I mentioned, I felt like it was the last thing. I think it was after our guest had done left, Daniel. But I said, man, one thing to look for in this game is turnovers, more specifically Joey Aguilar's turnovers. Because in the games that we lose, he doesn't just throw a interception, right?
Mhm.
Or he'll throw a interception, but also fumble the ball, which he did. We got so lucky. That is a luck play.
Yeah.
Not sure what the Florida defender there was thinking because there was a strip sack there. But luckily, we got the ball back. And again, we capitalized on that mistake. 3rd and 17, what does Star Thomas do? I don't know how he fit through that gap, but he goes down. And again, the grip strength to handle, because even in that play, I thought Florida still forced a touchback. But luckily, after the punch, he held on to that ball until he hit the ground, which saved us there because that would have absolutely been a touchback in that play. But yeah, protecting the ball. Tennessee did a great job at that. And even in the one play they didn't, they were able to rush to the ball and get the ball back. So yeah, huge game, huge implication. As far as fans, how the feel on the season. We have a lot of people here joining us live. I think over 30 viewers right now. We appreciate you guys. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button on whatever platform you are watching us on. But please join in on the conversation. What was that moment or the play in the game that was probably your most favorite? And again, I'm going to allude back to a play that wasn't even a scoring play. Mike Matthews lowering the boom on that jet sweep was absolutely my jump out of the seat moment. Saying it, I mean, I was screaming, "Get some!" I was so excited, and I mean, that's that old school smash mouth. If you were asking my dad this question, if he's tuned in, he loved the Deshaun Bishop leap into the front flip play.
That's a good one. That's what I was gonna say. But the one play that I'm thinking of that just it made me feel so good. The 4th and 1 where Tennessee's defensive line just got underneath that defense, the offensive line of Florida, and DJ Lagwood just didn't budge. He had nowhere to go. Tennessee stuffs him on 4th down.
And I loved how Florida tried to do it quick, right? Try to catch us off guard. You wasn't catching us off guard. Yes, that's a huge play. And again, that's another one of those plays where, I mean, just letting the wind out of the sails moment for Florida. I mean, that was definitely not the right call. I loved getting on Vol Twitter, and they were making fake memes at halftime saying that the interim head coach had been fired during the game. I love it. We stay undefeated. But overall, what a win. I think the cool moment at the end of this game was Joey Aguilar getting to lead the band. Well-deserved, in my opinion. What a game. Didn't even need that much for him. I love the coaching staff calling one more pass play at the end of the game to allow him to get to that 200-yard mark, which, if y'all didn't know this, Joey Aguilar in every single game he's played in his career has eclipsed 200 yards. He wasn't at it. He was at like 189 going into that final drive, and that like 6, man, by the way, what a drive to put the game away. But after the 2-minute timeout, you almost could see the coaches going up to Heupel saying, hey, he's almost there. We need to run something to let him happen. And sure enough, a quick little flat route, I think to the tight end. But either way,
it was either Ethan Davis or Jack Van Dorselayer.
Yeah, and picked up 15. He eclipsed 200 yards. He kept that streak alive. I think it's now like 37 games of over 200 yards passing. I mean, wow. What a performance. And Deshaun Bishop, buddy, welcome back, dude. It's nice to see you healthy.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Just fantastic game all around. Yeah, we could nitpick about different things, but I mean, really, it's just you can't really take any bad things away from finally getting that monkey off your back and getting a win in the swamp. But
no,
one thing I do kind of want to bring up before we move ahead to our preview is something I brought up to you off air. That defense for Tennessee, you can see there's something different about this defense, the way that they've looked, and it's because Boo Carter's not out there.
You think?
I think it is. I think that they're playing
it's
with
not
more
a coincidence.
Continuity. No, I don't think it is. I think they're playing with more continuity out there. They're playing together out there. It's almost like you see it all the time. You've got teams that are super talented. They've got this one guy that he thinks that he's a little bit better than everyone else, and it takes a toll on the rest of the team. And you can see it in the performance on the court, on the field, whatever the sport may be. And I really, truly think that that's what it was like having Boo Carter on the field with the rest of the defense. Because you go back to the Oklahoma game, Tennessee's defense played well in that game.
They did.
It was mistakes on the offensive side of the ball that really turned the tide in that game. New Mexico State, yeah, you can sit here all day long and say, well, it's New Mexico State. You only gave up 27 yards on the ground against New Mexico State. I don't care who you're playing. That's impressive. And then you only give up, 261 total yards. Arguably, No, not even arguable. This was your best defensive output of the entire season.
Especially if we're talking pass defense. You only gave up 116 yards to the air.
Yeah.
We're talking about a pass defense that usually gives up on average like 260, 280, right? Yeah. A game. So, yeah, definitely a much improved defense. I sometimes you got to weed the garden, man. Look, like you got to keep it clean. You got to keep it fresh. Got to keep that locker room stable. And, it is what it is. I wish Boo Carter all the best. It's been, as a fan, it was so fun having him here, especially returning punts, because in the stadium, just hearing everybody boo, kind of like the Brew, when he was a wide receiver here, Brew McCoy. But at the end of the day, everything happens for a reason. He wasn't appreciative, I don't think, of the moment and of the time here at Tennessee. And in today's world of NIL, you're going to see that, unfortunately, from time to time. So I don't know where he's going or what his plans are. I mean, obviously, they kind of announced that he's going into the transfer portal, but that thing don't open for a little bit. So he's kind of in limbo mode right now. But I wish him all the best. Tennessee, I still think, has a tackling problem on defense. So I'm not going to go like full blown, like, hey, the defense is back. But I'm going to give 2 shout outs. One, Ethan Davis. Way to step up, kid. Like the moment wasn't too big for him. Obviously, he's a redshirt sophomore and been injured the first 2 years he's been here at Tennessee, but he looks like he's finally healthy. He stepped right into that role. He had a couple key blocks in the opening drives, and then obviously he had few catches, one of which tightrope the sideline. Just an athletic play from a big man. I love to see it. He's going to be big someday, if not very soon. The other shout out I had was to Ty Redmond, corner. Very underappreciated, true freshman, number 4. That dude's a baller, okay? That guy has stepped up. He's made mistakes, right? I mean, obviously, Georgia game, everybody's going to look at him and whatever. I don't necessarily agree. It's just young guys having young guys moment. I mean, every young guy has them. I mean, we sit here and blame David Sanders for the Oklahoma game, right? So it's one of those things where he's had to live and learn, and he's been thrown to the wolves literally. But my God, has he stepped up in a massive way? And I'm telling you right now, you give this kid another season or so, and people are going to be talking about him the way they talk about Jamal McCoy. I mean, we're talking about a future first-round draft pick cornerback here, Ty Redmond, and I am so excited. It may be an overreaction. I don't care. That kid is showing me guts and heart, and he definitely has the size and talent.
100%, man. I mean, he had to kind of get thrown in there this season, thrown in with the Wolves because of injuries and stuff, and he didn't shy away from it.
He didn't.
Has he made freshman mistakes? Absolutely. Who wouldn't out there, especially going up against a team like Georgia? I mean, they exposed him. He did, but that was his 3rd college game ever. And for that
first
right
SEC
there,
game.
Yeah, for that right there, I really don't feel like he played a bad game. And he learned a lot from that game. And we've seen a impressive Ty Redmond the rest of the season. And then to your point on Ethan Davis, man, a healthy Ethan Davis is scary. For the opponent. He is good.
That boy's a baller.
Last thing that I have, after the game the other night, Tennessee officially has 3 wide receivers that have eclipsed 700 yards in the same season for the first time in the school's history. As Chris Brazel is sitting just shy of 1,000 yards with 959. I believe Braylon Staley is around 960, 970, something like that. And then Mike Matthews is right around like 703. So.
Da-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na.
I'm not going to finish that.
Da-na-na-na.
Because Daniel's going to clip it up. So, but no, you got anything else on this game before we move ahead to the Tennessee-Vanderbilt preview?
Go Vols, man. It feels so good to have a winning streak over Florida.
It does.
It feels so good, dude.
100%.
Let's go, dude. No, right on. Let's move on. And with that, moving on, I'm going to give you guys our segment 2 sponsor, and that is P&L Business Services. We know firsthand that getting your monthly reporting, invoicing, bill pay taxes, and other essential business services right is critical. That's why at P&L Business Services, we go beyond bookkeeping by providing you with everything you need in your back office so you can have your time back and the peace of mind to do what you love most, which is building your business. Behind every successful business is a great bookkeeper. guys, if you are a business owner, entrepreneur, and you're in year 3, 4, and you're really starting to struggle with the behind the scenes stuff, the financials, whatever, just go online to pnlbusinessservices.com and allow them to help you. Again, they're based right here in Oak Ridge, Tennessee as well. And my goodness, do they do such a great job with customer service and also the actual work being done to give you the peace of mind that, especially come around tax season, all the bookkeeping and all the paperwork and all the receipts is whatever, coded right, you name it. You can continue to focus on that customer service that you provide and allow P&L Business Services to take care of everything on the financial side. We appreciate them so much for being a continued supporter of the Vol Fanatics Show. So, Vanderbilt comes to town. Vanderbilt. We have Diego Pavia, number 2 in the Heisman rankings right now. That blows my mind. How in the world? If we kick a field goal against Georgia, and I know we're playing the F game here, but I'm actually seriously thinking if we make that field goal, I still don't think Joey Aguilar is even in the top 10.
Probably not.
And I don't understand why. So it blows my mind, but whatever. It is what it is. But Vanderbilt comes to Neyland with a chance of a playoff berth. It's unfortunate for Vanderbilt because if they go 10-2, like I was always a believer that any 10-2 team in the SEC is in. Unfortunately, it's been kind of chalky this year. And so even a 10-2 team in the SEC is not guaranteed into the playoff. Now, I will preface that with saying games still got to be played this week. So chaos can happen. Vanderbilt has a chance. Tennessee has a chance to still win 10 games on the year, and I think that's super important, especially for Heupel and the momentum that we're carrying. So what are your initial thoughts in this matchup?
Diego Pavia is playing the best football of his career right now. I mean, last several games, he's played fantastic, especially that Kentucky game this past week, had 6 total touchdowns. The rest of the offense around him is playing well. I mean, you got Alexander, the running back, who's doing fantastic this year. You've got guys helping out. You've got Pavia that's healthy. You've got an offensive line that's keeping him upright this year. Defense at times has looked a little bit suspect, but they just held Kentucky. I mean, they just choked the life out of them this past weekend. And, this is a Kentucky team that Tennessee struggled with. Granted, that's when we had Boo Carter on the team. Yes, I'm going to keep saying that. We did.
Defensively.
We did. Yeah. But this is a game that I feel like Tennessee is playing their best ball too. I feel like the New Mexico State game, you did have some mistakes, but you still played well. Especially the first half against Florida. That's some of the best ball that you've played all season long. The defense is looking the best that it has all season long. I think that this is a matchup that is going to come down to the wire, and it's going to come down to who can capitalize on mistakes, because I do think that there's going to be some turnovers in this game by one team or the other, and whichever team can capitalize off of those is going to be the one that wins the game.
Right on. Yeah, I mean, I think – what do I think? I think Vanderbilt is a good team. Clearly, they're 9-2 on the year. It's hard for me to – I have to do my best to, remove the logo from the team because I, as a Tennessee fan, look at this game and
Tennessee wins, no problem.
I don't even, I don't even fear it. It doesn't bother me. It's like – and this is a bad comparison because it just – didn't happen, but it's like Florida when Tennessee comes into town. No matter how good Tennessee is, usually they win that game. And I don't know. It's just Vanderbilt, man. I don't think in my opinion, and this is a homer take, but I don't care. I feel like Tennessee has been as good, if not better, than every opponent they played. They have cost themselves the chance to win the games.
The only opponent that I will say I think was better than Tennessee when they played them was Georgia. But Tennessee still should have won that game. Alabama, you can make an argument for Alabama.
I would swap them. I think we really outplayed Georgia in that game. But Georgia had several lucky plays in the final 3 minutes. But whatever.
They did. But I agree with you. I think that Tennessee was admirable to Georgia in that game. Should have won the game. There was mistakes that Tennessee made that cost them to 100%. That's 100% correct, Rhonda. But yeah, Tennessee should have won that Georgia game. Alabama, once again, you made mistakes. especially the pick six going into the half. It should have been 16-14 at halftime. And instead, the pick six, it results in it being 23-7
Right.
going into
Huge.
halftime. Tennessee made their plays in the second half to get back into it, and then you get the turnover that you need. Then you go 3 and out because of a stupid penalty, and Alabama takes advantage. The Oklahoma game, 100%, Tennessee was the better team on the field in that game, but 3 turnovers, including that strip sack that went back for 6, it was just a
Too big of a hole.
nail in the coffin there for Tennessee type of deal. You just knew that it wasn't going to be Tennessee's night. So I completely agree with you. I think Tennessee has been either right at even or better than each opponent that they have played this season. They've cost themselves the game.
Right on. So I think looking at this game, there's a blueprint to beating Vanderbilt, and it's containing Diego Pavia. And I think for the most part, Tennessee did very well against DJ Lagway, aside from one run, where when nothing was there and DJ was trying to just look for a running lane, and we stayed true to our gaps and collapsed the pocket at the same time. Now, I think Vanderbilt's offensive line is a little bit better than Florida's. Florida's offensive line was bad. But if we can keep Diego Pavia, and this is where their offensive play calling is going to be, I love to see how often they move the pocket. I'll be honest with you, Joey Aguilar on the move, solid. Would love to see more of that.
Yeah.
But if we can contain Diego Pavia and then also, man, lock up Stowers. And Junior Sherrill has his moment, sure, but like lock up the number 1 tight end that is a quarterback's best friend. And because if that ball is even in the vicinity, they're going to make their plays against Tennessee. They're going to be fired up for this game. They've got a lot to play for. So do that. I think defensively they have a tough task on their hands because at the end of the day, Diego Pavia is a playmaker. I'm not going to say he's the most talented guy that we face because in my opinion, he's not. But my gosh, is he just a tough kid to play against. He's a playmaker. That's the best way I can put it. Offensively, I don't think Vanderbilt's defense is going to pose too much of a threat. I don't think this is a top of the teams we played. They may be top 5 defenses of the teams that we play. I can name at least 4.
Stretching a little bit there too.
I don't think, or yeah. I could think of 4 right now off the top of my mind of defenses that I know for a fact are better than Vanderbilt's.
Yeah.
So I think offensively for us, run game needs to continue to shine, but let's have some fun with it, man. Let's get Brazo over 1,000 yards. Let's get Staley close. Okay, obviously they're not going to get it because Staley nor Matthews has 800 yards yet, but they could get close. Let's continue to run our offense and not get behind the chains. We're at home. There's no reason we should be committing false starts. Let's not have any stupid holding calls that brings a big play back because it's funny how that's usually when a big play happens. And of course, people would say, well, it's because they're holding, which is why they had to be played. But it's funny the timing of it, that the momentum swing when you pick up a 20, 30-yard play and boom, holding call, and now you're actually 2nd and 20 as opposed to you're in their field, their side of the field. So, I think offensively, just continue to do you. Don't hurt yourselves. Protect the ball. When we protect the ball, we win. It's as simple as that. And then defensively, man, just stay in your rush gaps, your rush lanes. Arion Carter did such a good job early on when DJ tried to do a quarterback draw, I think in the 2nd drive.
That was a fantastic play by
Arion Carter. Stuck him, dude. I loved it. You got to set the tone, right? So that's exactly what I want to see out of this defense. And at the end of the day, I think Tennessee has a real shot to put an end to Vanderbilt's playoffs chances. And I say chances because, again, even if Vanderbilt wins this game, although I think they'd have a great argument, it's still not a guarantee unless a lot of chaos happens, which is why for all Vol fans out there, and I'm going to just go ahead and say this, there is no shot we are in the playoff.
Nope.
No shot. And in fact, they put icing on the cake on that statement by making us 19th in tonight's playoff ranking. I kind of thought we would be number 16 because there was teams ahead of us that fell as well. And then we had I would say a pretty impressive win in Florida. But at the end of the day, nationally talking, even though Florida pushed, Ole Miss and they pushed Georgia and they beat Texas, they still look at it as a 3-8 team and that they're god awful. And so, hey, there's no chance. That's okay. We had our chances. Let's still go win this game, and let's still go win 10 games in the year and go beat Big Ten, Michigan, or whoever we get paired up in the bowl game with. But overall, what a big game this is going to be. I'm going to be there in attendance. It's going to be a fun one.
So So you're going to be in attendance for this, checker kneeling that Vanderbilt fans are saying that they're going to do?
Who?
Vanderbilt, the fan that they have.
Dude, you realize we allot them 3,000 tickets and they can't even fill up that allotment. So you really think they going to check?
I just found it funny that they were talking about checkering kneeling.
No, what is funny is like half of Vanderbilt's fans aren't even Vanderbilt fans. They're just Tennessee haters. It is hilarious. I love it though. Hey, this part of the banter though. I love it. I welcome it. And I mean, I'm excited about it. It's going to be fun. Tennessee Football 247. We have not ignored you. We did mention this as soon as we went live because we actually went live late because we watched the Vols take down number 3 Houston in I wanted to call it the Maui Invitational, but it's not. It's the Players Era. Yeah,
there's a lot of NIL money on the line for this.
It's in Vegas, ain't it? Or California?
Yep, Vegas.
Yeah, Vegas. So yes, big win for the Vols. I am going to throw myself a bone. I parlayed the over with Vols winning, and we're not going to talk about the third leg that didn't hit because I got a little greedy and thought they'd win by 6 points. But hey, they won, and I believed in it. Okay, so I love it. It was a huge win, and what a way to put an end to that one. Let's see, Vols time in the chat. I know one thing. There are going to be a few top-ranked teams losing this weekend.
I think I agree.
I think I agree, but I don't think it's going to be the teams that we're expecting to.
I agree with that as well.
It's going to be the teams that can lose, and it literally won't matter at all.
Yeah, I agree.
And unfortunately, there's a lot of those matchups. Like Ohio State losing to Michigan, for instance. I don't think that's going to happen again, by the way. However, if it were, Ohio State's still in the playoff. And in fact, that'll hurt the SEC and Vanderbilt's chances if they were to win, because that would put Michigan probably in the playoff at that point. So, it's just, I'm intrigued. I think there's going to be a lot of football. There's a good football to watch. And I love the slot. I love the window for Tennessee-Vanderbilt in this game as well. Rhonda says, as long as it's not us. Yeah. And that's a funny thing is people look at this and ranking-wise, Vanderbilt's 12, right? Or whatever the new, I don't know what the new CFP ranking is. I'm going off of the AP. I'm going off the AP, which is 12 and 18. But if Tennessee loses to Vanderbilt, they're going to call it an upset.
Yeah.
But if Tennessee beats Vanderbilt, they're going to call it an upset. It's so dumb the way this works. But at the end of the day, if we're on a scale of like 1 to 10, how we feeling about this game, I'm a solid 8.5. Feeling great. I think offensively, we can only stop ourselves no matter who we play. And defensively, we are coming around playing some of our better ball on defense. We got to tackle better, but I'm a blame that on Gainesville. I don't know what in the world. I mean, it felt like the Florida game. All they had to do was hit B and spin move, and they broke like 3 tackles. I don't know what in the world was going on, but credit to the rallying of the defense, and we definitely bent but didn't break, and that's what we got to do against Vanderbilt.
Yeah, 100%. And then, going back to that Houston, Tennessee game, only thing I'll say, I think that this is Rick Barnes' best squad yet.
Oh, yeah. Dude, that wasn't even a great offensive game. Now, you got to credit Houston on the defense. They were flying around the ball. But holy moly, did we miss a lot of open shots. And it was bothering me in the first half. And credit to the team for fighting back, because once again, you found yourself down 11. I don't know why we just pivoted. I hate it's football season. Sorry. Whatever. You found yourself down 11 in the first half, and like you're missing the open shots just like you did in the Elite Eight matchup. Was bothering me. But luckily, hey, we found a way. We fought back and won the ball game. It was so nice to hear the halftime report, and all 3 of those guys at the panel was like, yeah, Houston's going to win. A close one, but Houston's going to win. They're dominating. Yeah, okay. Yeah, buddy. I don't know why you guys get paid to talk about ball. Clearly don't know it. It's fine, though. What a big win. Michael, what are you looking for lastly, I guess, as we talk about Tennessee being a 2.5-point favorite at home? That's an interesting line here. I mean, if this was neutral field, dare I say Vanderbilt's favored in this game?
Yeah, I mean, they would be because, the way the betting lines go, it's, home team gets 3 points. And basically what this is saying that neutral field, Vanderbilt is a, half a point favorite at this point. And a lot of folks seem to think that Vanderbilt's going to pull this off because this line came out at 3.5, and it's dropped a full point due to people betting on Vanderbilt at this point. For me, in this contest, I'm looking to see Tennessee come out and play their ball. because if Tennessee plays ball and they don't make mistakes, I think they win this game, and I don't think that there's a problem with it. Now, I don't see a path for a blowout for either one of these teams. I think this is going to be a close game. But I think that as long as Tennessee plays ball, they don't make mistakes, that Tennessee wins. You just got to make sure that you contain Diego Pavia. You're not going to stop him, but you can slow him down. You hit the nail on the head. You got to make sure that Stowers doesn't go out there and beat you too. That's a very good tight end. We talk about Ethan Davis, but Stowers, he's arguably the best tight end in the entire country, and he's showed it this year. So you got to make sure that Stowers can't go out there and help Diego Pavia beat you. But I don't think that there is a world where Tennessee plays their game, mistake free, anything like that, and Vanderbilt still goes out there and beats you straight up. But if you start giving things to Vanderbilt and they take advantage of it, then 100% Vanderbilt can come into Knoxville and they can beat you. But I do not think that Tennessee playing their ball game can lose this game this weekend. So I'm just looking for Tennessee to play a clean ball game. Go out there, play their game, play the defense that you've played over the last couple of weeks, and we're going to be talking about Tennessee spoiling Vanderbilt's playoff chances.
I love it. There's I was trying to find it real quick. I'm trying to look. There's some kind of like news. It's not necessarily breaking. I don't have a quick picture of it. I was going to share it, but just for the listeners, it's bad for radio, but I want to go ahead and just say it, preface it. I can't get the graphic up. I'm so sorry, but there is news that Smokey 11 has been officially retired effective immediately. Unfortunately, I don't even think it was that he was scared. I think the guy was just too happy and too hyper to be down on the field with everybody. I think a big crowd. I know my blue tick coonhound, just us coming home, she going crazy. So I can only imagine what old boy, I mean, he's probably only 3 years old, is thinking when he's running through that tee and whatnot. So they, unfortunately, after 2 years of trying, I think this is best for the dog, 100%. I think for the well-being of that pup. Let him enjoy his life as a dog, and let's go find Smokey 12. And so with that being said, Smokey 10, of course, got diagnosed with cancer. There's not going to be a live mascot on the sidelines for the Vanderbilt game. So if you go there for like me, if I go to the game, it's like, it's a solid 40% just to see Smokey. Unfortunately, he will not be in presence of this game. I hope that doesn't indicate anything other than we need to play harder for Smokey 11. So,
yep, 100%, man. Well, you got anything else about this matchup before we move ahead to some picks?
Nothing about this matchup, but before we get into picks, some miscellaneous news.
Okay, go for it.
Would you like to? Because I think it's Nia Robertson, right?
Oh man, yeah, Nia Robertson.
Don't steal my thunder. I'm
Tennessee
just so proud that I remember the name. Look,
yeah.
I do my best, but to me, it's still football season. Nia Robertson for the Lady Vols basketball squad. I don't know if y'all seen this in media, whatnot. It happened, I think, Sunday. Just set a program record for threes made in a basketball game, and to do that at Tennessee is saying something. She made, I think, 10 threes in a basketball game.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. What a performance. I don't even care who it was against. Just to hit that many buckets in a game, insane. And then lastly, yes, just because it's basketball news, I was looking at it, but Tennessee does get that second win of the tournament. They will now move into the winner's bracket for the chance to win, I think, $2 million. I'm not sure how they're able to do that. I'm not sure how that money gets split up, but hey, I'll take it. It's fine.
Yeah,
Dylan Sampson, first touchdown of the
what
NFL.
A play too. I mean,
yeah, Shadur's getting all the credit because it's his first passing touchdown. But I'm like, bro, he threw a screen to Dylan Sampson. He took it the rest.
Yeah,
like
Dylan hit the hole and just wasn't touched.
It was amazing. It was beautiful to see. Juwan Jennings is playing like a dog, getting punched in the groin, but it's fine. He's that type of player. He's going to ruffle some feathers. He's always been that kind of guy. But yeah, what a performance from the NFL Vols this week as well.
Yeah, 100%, man.
All right, we can go on picks.
So let's get right into segment 3. Let's make some picks, but before you do that, I will give you our segment 3 sponsor, which is Kaizen Painting. Do you want a colorful life? Kaizen is a painting and drywall company that provides residential, commercial, exterior, and interior services. At Kaizen Painting, we understand the importance of beautifully painted home and properly installed and repaired drywall. We're here to bring your vision to life. We care about providing you with personalized, efficient, and quality service. If you live in Knoxville and surroundings, contact us for a free estimate at KaizenPainting.com. Color your life the Kaizen way.
Oh boy, I looked at some of the chat. Chat's alive, and we love it. Thank y'all so much for being here. Again, got well over 30 people watching live. Be sure to subscribe, like, follow, do whatever you can to help us out. That would be so appreciative. But Vols time saying Texas wins the A&M game.
You know what?
And
We're about to talk about it.
I don't want that to happen. I don't want it to happen. That only helps Alabama. Hate that. Or is it Georgia? I think it helps Alabama. One of them.
I think it helps both of them.
Yes, because A&M wins. It keeps one of those teams out of the SEC championship. I want that to happen. And then also, Texas is above you as a 3-loss team. I know we're not getting the playoff, but I still don't want Texas to be considered a better 3-loss team. Come on now. But anyways, Rhonda says, better than my Titans as far as the NFL update. We ain't going to talk about that team. They're a lost cause. Ever since they passed on Hendon Hooker to get Will Levis for a year, that they already they didn't take Hendon Hooker because of the ACL injury. He wasn't going to be ready. However, they drafted Will Levis to basically redshirt, sit behind Tannehill, and then have him ready for the. So all that whole organization's garbage. We have the Egg Bowl on Friday. Friday, not Thanksgiving, on Friday. We have actually a triple header on the ABC network. You mentioned this, but 12 Eastern noon. Ole Miss a 6.5-point favorite. How in the world is this within a touchdown, Michael?
Because it's the Egg Bowl and anything can happen. And plus, is Lane Kiffin going to be focused on this game?
Absolutely. Lane Kiffin's going nowhere. So,
are you sure?
According to my sources, I am being very sarcastic right now. I feel like everybody is saying my sources are saying, and then like saying definitively everything opposite of everyone. Like you've got people in LSU saying he's definitely going there. You got people in Florida saying he's definitely going there. I think you got people in Notre Dame saying he's coming there. I don't know. It's just crazy. I don't think he's going anywhere. I think right now he's focused on the Egg Bowl.
Here's what I will say. He's not going to Notre Dame. He's going to stay in.
That was a joke. Yes. Yes.
But
however, I did hear rumors that if he did go to LSU, Ed Orgeron, who coached under Lane Kiffin at Tennessee and at USC, would be willing and able to coach under him at LSU.
I think that'd be a great hire for him as well.
Kiffin goes down, says Rhonda. Okay, let's get around to our picks. Kevin in the chat, first time since 2016. I have been nervous about Vanderbilt. We're about to pick the game, buddy. All right, Ole Miss, Mississippi State. I'm going to go first. I think Ole Miss wins and covers. I think they're going to be locked in. Ole Miss had the chance to make the playoff last year, dropped to Florida, and ultimately got left out. I don't think Lane Kiffin's going to allow that to happen again. I don't think Ole Miss is going to make the run and win everything, but I think they will learn from their mistakes from last year. I think they got the team to do it.
Yeah, ultimately, I do think that Ole Miss is going to win.
We have a lot of people. We have several people in the chat choosing M-State. Okay.
And you know what? Mississippi State's got a lot to play for, too, because this is for bowl eligibility in year 2 under Jeff Lebby.
And it is their actual, Super Bowl. This is the game that they look for at the end of the year. I mean, and I would say Ole Miss does the same thing. I mean, this is what rivalry week's about. Scratch all the records, scratch all the potentials, what ifs, whatever. It's let's go beat our in-state rival, right? This is all you could ask for if you're a Mississippi State Bulldog fan. A chance to take down Lane Kiffin before he leaves.
As much as I like Jeff Lebby and I like Mississippi State, I think that Ole Miss is going to win this game because they've got more to play for. I mean, this is a chance to go into the playoffs, and if they win, they're in.
Mississippi State's offensive line is not great.
It's not.
They're banged up.
Honestly,
Shaping gets hit every play. I just don't see a lot of. There's a massive matchup discrepancy here, in my opinion.
And I'm not a big fan of Shaping anymore. I think that I can't remember what the backup quarterback's name is off the top of my head, but he came in against Georgia and led them down the field 2 or 3 different times.
It's no longer Van Buren because he's a
quarterback at LSU now. But
this is a lane letdown game. Oh man, I would actually love to see it. I'm just not going to pick it. I've got to sustain a lead here that you are going to see the record here whenever Michael is. He's probably going to wait till viewership drops so that wait, not a lot of people see it.
100%.
But and I got a lead to maintain here. I'm taking Ole Miss.
Yeah, and this is one that I am going to pick the same as you because I do think that Ole Miss is going to win this game. But next game of the weekend, it is Georgia going up against Georgia Tech. This game is in Atlanta, Georgia, a 14-point favorite in this contest.
Oh,
so I'm going to put it on you because you've been talking for about half the season.
I have
about this is the game you've looked forward to because you're going to pick Tech to win.
I didn't definitively say I'm picking Tech to win. Sort of, maybe I have. I have been calling my shot on lookout for this game. Again, Georgia Tech took Georgia to it wasn't last year where they went to 7 or 8 overtimes, was it?
Yes, it was.
It was last year, wasn't it? And Georgia Tech's been playing freaking good until the month of November.
Did they come back and beat Pitt last week?
No. Had opportunities to do so, but couldn't get it done. I think if Tech wins this game, it's a Georgia problem. I don't necessarily know if Tech's better. In fact, I know Tech's not a better team. Unfortunately, I'm going to pick Georgia to win. I think Tech may cover the 14, but Georgia ain't going to lose to Tech. And I think Georgia looks at the tape from last year and allow this to not even get close. So maybe Georgia does cover the 14, but I just don't see Tech outright winning. I don't. I thought about it. I thought this would be a great upset. But Tech, again, in the last 3 games or so, they just not been playing as sound as I want them to play for me to pull this upset.
So let's go along with this.
Jake says, don't touch this game. He is talking about gambling on Action 247, of course. Again, don't gamble any game if you're not got the money. Kevin's right there with me. I think he said Georgia. He would love Tech. I'm the exact same way, brother. If Tech could win this game, I don't even care looking bad picking Georgia. But I my heart says that Georgia. No, my heart wants Tech to win. My brain is saying Georgia is going to win.
So are you picking them to cover? Are you picking them? Or are you?
Do you want to do the cover? Are we both?
Let's do the spread.
I'm gonna pick Georgia to cover.
I'll take Tech to cover then.
Right on. The outing against Pitt, man, it's so disheartening. Pitt got dismantled by Notre Dame, and then turns around and jumps out to a 28-0 lead over Tech.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
again
strange
Friday
things.
game.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, this is Friday.
Yeah, this is Friday game.
Yeah, this is the second game of the triple header, and now the final game.
We got a big one coming up.
It is A&M going up against Texas. This game is in Texas Stadium.
Chat's in shambles. Chat is in shambles. Go ahead. Come on, chat. Tell me who's picking Texas in this game because you're wrong. A&M's winning. Clip it. I don't care. It's not going viral because it's going to happen. A&M's going to beat Texas. There's no way they lose to Texas.
So I've been a big believer in A&M this year, but I've also been coming on here saying that Texas A&M is going to drop a game.
Oh, they're not. And the SEC championship, yes.
And as much as I am not a fan of Arch Manning, I think that Texas is going to come out there and they're going to win this game outright.
Woo, buddy.
Yeah, I love Marcel Reed. I love Texas A&M. I love what Mike Elko has done this year. But this is going to be a letdown spot for A&M in this game because I feel like, so we've seen numerous times A&M this year, they've gotten down in the first half and they've been able to claw their way back and win the game. I've got a feeling that A&M is going to make some mistakes in this first half. Texas is going to jump out to a 2-score lead, and I think Texas defense chokes A&M out to where they're not going to be able to come back from it. So I am going to take Texas to win.
To be fair, and I just posted something in the chat. Hopefully somebody gives me an answer. Texas's offense is kind of clicking, is it? I mean, granted, Arkansas's defense is god-awful. But they did score 50-something points, right? Or 40-something points against Arkansas.
Yeah.
Why did it send twice? I'm so sorry, but I'm trying to figure out, because this opens the door pending Texas's current CFP ranking. They were 17. They would have had to have jumped 1 or 2, because I know 16 and 12 I think went down, or 16 and 14. I can't remember what teams went down ahead of them. But if Texas pulls this upset, do they jump? I don't even want to speak on this because Vanderbilt's not going to win. But let's say Vanderbilt and Texas win. Would Texas jump Vanderbilt?
Yes.
They're
Because of the
16.
Because of the head-to-head.
16. Vanderbilt may be 11 though now. And now that I know that Texas is, it is a head-to-head, but I don't know, brother. It gets interesting. I don't think it's going to matter. I think A&M wins.
All right. So we
Give
are
me
moving
A&M
over
and
to-
Ole Miss in the SEC championship. New blood.
That would be nice to have. Not
Georgia
having
and Alabama would
not
still be in
having
the
Alabama. So
Georgia and Alabama would still be in the playoff,
well,
right?
if Alabama gets beat, then they're not in the playoffs anymore.
Oh, Vanderbilt's at 14. Oh my god. Yo, if both teams win, Texas, there's no way. There's
All right,
no way.
listen.
No, let's
All right.
actually talk
All
about
right,
that.
so-
Let's take like
so-
30
so-
seconds.
So listen. It's
not gonna happen.
This is completely confirmed. What's going to happen on Saturday for me? Vandy fans are going to be so worried about being at 14.
That's a
in the
fact.
CFP rankings,
And we're gonna
this-
win by
this
21.
week. We're going to win this game.
Fact.
I've got no doubt.
Because how the fans feel is exactly how the players feel.
Yep.
Wink, wink. All right, cool. I'm glad we agree on that. So, yeah. All right, cool. But it's not going to happen because Vanderbilt's not going to win. But I would love to see Dude, that would suck for little brother, actually. I would not like that. Not even a little bit. As a Tennessee fan, you should want all four of the if you were to lose to Vanderbilt, you would want all four of your teams to make the playoff. Right?
No.
No?
Who's that in the background?
Whatever. It just sounds so much better when you can be like, yeah, but all four of our losses are in the playoffs. Like, whatever. Screw you guys. We're going to win.
Right.
It doesn't matter. What's the next game? I'm digging
Let's
myself
move over
home.
to the Saturday games. This is going to be on the ACC network. It is Kentucky going up against Louisville.
That's a fact.
And
He's not wrong.
What about Louisville only a 3-point favorite at home against Kentucky?
Well, Louisville choked its season.
They did.
Miami
Like they
dropped.
did every year.
It could have been Louisville Tech all day long at the top of the ACC standings, and
They both choked it.
they both choked it, really. So I think Kentucky actually wins this game outright.
Ooh, okay. So going to pick Kentucky. So this makes it easy for me because I think Louisville wins and I think they cover.
They probably do. I don't know why I picked Kentucky, other than Cutter Bowley can throw on this defense. I don't know.
I agree. I think that he can, but I wonder if their confidence was not shattered, but if it took a hit last week after
Had
that
to have.
Vanderbilt game.
Had to have. It was the first loss. I mean, they were kind of riding like a 3-game winning streak, weren't they?
Yeah. And, Louisville at their best, they can go out and beat almost anybody.
Almost.
It's just like you said. They went out there and they choked their season away. Like they've done every year under Jeff Brom. They've always had a good team that's going to compete for the ACC, and they end up choking it away somewhere. And they've already done that. Now it's just about beating your in-state rival, winning the Governor's Cup. So I think the Louisville wins this game, and I think they win it going away.
Okay, I like it.
All right, and talk about a game that has no luster about it whatsoever. We've got Clemson and South Carolina playing on the SEC network at noon Eastern on Saturday. And a 4-7 South Carolina team is a 2.5-point favorite over a 6-5 Clemson team.
Well, so how in the world Shane Beamer has a job after losing to Texas A&M?
I will never know.
And I hate to say it like that because anybody that didn't watch that game, they're like, well, Texas A&M, you're saying should be in the SEC championship. Yeah. But you see, what you didn't hear, though, is the fact that they had a 30-3 lead at half.
And lost 31-30.
And it wasn't really that South Carolina was playing that much better. Texas A&M, if you could make the mistake on a play, Texas A&M made it. Like, it was so It almost appeared as if they were throwing the game on purpose because they were tired of being undefeated. Like that's what it looked like to me watching the first half. And then they come out in the second half and literally scored 28 straight to win the game. I think 28 straight. I don't know. It felt like 100 straight.
Yeah.
Shane Beamer couldn't even muster up like 3 first downs in the second half. Like it was embarrassing. It was terrible. It should have been an immediate firing. You had A&M in shambles. You had the state trooper getting thrown out of the game because of a shoulder nudge because even he was butthurt about how the first half was going, and you couldn't finish the deal. You were too busy propping up the 30 fans you had in that stadium. You were too busy antagonizing the other 100,000. Yeah, you messed up, Shane. Like that made no sense. I don't know. But in this game, give me Clemson. I hate Shane Beamer. Hate's a strong word. I have no affiliation with Shane at all. He's probably a great guy, actually. But his coaching, like, it just literally digs under my skin for some reason. But the chat absolutely disagrees with me.
You know, I think I'm going to have to agree with the chat, and not because I want
to. You folded.
Not because
you just need to make up. You just need to make up the.
Listen.
What's that record?
Week,
Go ahead.
This week is
we got a lot of people watching. We got like 44. Come on.
This week is the week that either I'm gonna make up all of these games right here, or I'm just gonna get beat by like 30.
Or we're gonna go like 500 and be right at where we're at. It's fine.
that too. But I mean, South Carolina at home. Granted, it's not gonna have the same muster that it would at night.
Correct.
But South Carolina at home, that's a home field advantage for sure. And
they've kind of owned the series, haven't they? They've won 2 or 3 of the last 4. Yeah,
they have. And I don't really know how this one's going to go. This is either going to be, in my opinion, a Clemson blowout or South Carolina close.
I got it. Yeah.
And I think I'm going to lean this one as South Carolina close.
All right. I like it.
All right, next game, it is LSU traveling to Norman to play against the Sooners. This is at 3:30 Eastern on ABC. Oklahoma, a 10-point favorite. And what about the total at 36.5? And I still think I might take the under.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you there. Because I was about to say, no, that total is like spot on. You're talking about LSU squad that scored 13 over Western Kentucky.
And Western Kentucky had a shot.
They almost won, bro. LSU fumbled.
By the way, throwing myself a bone for taking Western to cover in that one last week. But
no, you know, LSU's offense is abysmal. Okay, but here's where I'm going to say this is going to be a hot take because John Mateer this, John Mateer that. Oklahoma's offense isn't that great either.
It's not, but their defense is outstanding.
Same thing with LSU. I just think Oklahoma's defense is better than LSU's. I love the line, actually. Oklahoma -10. I do think they win by double digits. But I don't think it's a blowout per se, just because the offense can't score that much. I mean, the only way this is a blowout is if the defense has multiple touchdowns.
And that's where I'm going to go. I think that it is a blowout because I think that the defense is going to get at least one score. And I think that
special teams gets another.
I could very well could, and I think that Oklahoma's offense is going to score a couple of times.
Wow!
But I don't think that LSU is going to have anything for Oklahoma in this game. So
okay, well, I mean, we're both picking Oklahoma. We're both picking them to cover, so it really doesn't matter. I mean, yeah. I mean, we could do the under if you want to just really change it up here, and I will take the over. I mean, I'll be the first because I've already bet that. So, sorry. I just think any line in the 30s, I feel like I have to bet the over. I'm sorry.
We'll stick with the straight up on this.
All right, right on. Oklahoma secondary is better, and
100%.
I agree, and Oklahoma's D line might even be better. It's fine.
Yeah. All right. So next
that Banks
game
kid is insane.
Oh yeah.
So
next game, it is Little Brother coming to Knoxville to go up against the Vols. Tennessee, a 2.5-point favorite. This game at 3:30 Eastern on ESPN. Give me the Vols, and especially after Vanderbilt dropping 2 spots in the CFP to 14, that's literally all Vanderbilt's going to be worried about this week. They're not going to be worried about the game anymore. So I think that Tennessee wins this game by 10 plus.
Yeah, the Vols are winning. I'm interested to see the middle 8 here. Because I could see this game being close. If not, us may even be losing. with like the 5 minute to go in the half mark. And then we find a way to score before half, find a way to score first out of the half, and then really run away with it. Very similarly to last year, but last year was only like that because that was a freak start for Vanderbilt. You return the kickoff to start the game. You get, I think, like an interception, score a touchdown. You're up 14-0 before Tennessee really even has a chance. Credit to them for that start, but then it was all Tennessee after that. So I think this could be a close game. A lot of, I think Tennessee pulls away in the second half. I really do.
I agree with you as well. I think that Tennessee pulls away, and a credit to Vanderbilt this year. Best season in program history. They've got a chance this Saturday for 10 wins, but it's a chance that's not going to come because Tennessee is going to win this game.
We got a chance to finally put a streak on another team like other teams have been putting on us. We better not let that go. We're at 6 in a row now against Vanderbilt. We better keep it going.
Yeah.
We can't allow them to beat us after Pavia did say in the offseason
that Vanderbilt's going to run the state of Tennessee.
We can't allow that. Absolutely not. We got to remind him. I think he got a little ignorant there or arrogant there or whatever. I think he, he's doing what he has to do for Vanderbilt, and that's get clicks, get people talking about him because nobody would at Vanderbilt unless he went out one game. Now, credit to him, he's been doing that, but a little cocky, a little arrogant. Yeah. Gotta set him down. Let's humble him. I would love for, I don't know, Joey Aguilar to score a touchdown and then not do the Heisman pose because he deserves the Heisman, even though I would say he does, but strike the Heisman pose to mock Diego Pavia. I would love to see that, bro. That would, God, I'd run on the field and streak. I don't care. You heard it here first, fellas. All right. It is personal. Kevin's a great player. This is very personal.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what excites me about this football team is you've actually, I'll be honest with you. I think a lot of Tennessee football teams, granted, I think they've been very vanilla as far as showing emotion on the field. I think against Florida, you actually seen some of that emotion, some of that leadership.
Emotion.
You kind of seen it. You've seen that fight in a team. And I think that's dangerous. I'd love to see it again against Vanderbilt. Diego Pavia will be running for his life during this game. I hope so. And I hope it's running backwards. I hope. I think Tennessee gets a big one. And that's not even Homer's takes. You can call it Homer's takes, but me and you both picked Tennessee to beat Florida last week. I just knew we were going to get scolded for that, and we were spot on our picks. I mean, credit to the team for actually, the first half was just insane. I wasn't expecting anything like that, but I do think Tennessee, people are sleeping on the talent that Tennessee has and the skill that Tennessee has because the record is what it is. But they've not looked at how that record got to be what it was. I think Tennessee really is a top 10 team in the nation. I'm not saying they deserve to be in the playoff. I think they're a top 10 team in the nation when they don't shoot themselves in the foot.
Mm-hmm.
So let's shoot for no turnovers and let's actually force a few ourselves and let's go win this ballgame.
100%, man. Next game, it is Missouri going up against Arkansas. This game is on SEC Network. Missouri, a 3-point favorite going into this contest.
Arkansas has got to be the best winless in the SEC teams I've ever seen in my life.
I mean,
dude,
how many games this season
can you
have they
screen
played?
share? Maybe I can. Hold up. Let me look at this, actually, because I want folks to see this. And this is live. I'm so sorry. But I was talking, I think, to you about this. I'm pulling up Arkansas's thing now. Okay, now all I have to do is click the share screen, right?
Yep.
Okay. I don't know if it's going to blow it up for me. Maybe you can blow it up. Let's do it. Share screen. Razorback schedule. Let's pull it up. Share it up. Can you blow that up for me? How do I do that?
Ooh, I don't know if I can blow it up anymore or not. You can zoom in on your browser.
How do I zoom into the browser? Talk me through this.
Hit the 3 dots in the top right corner, or that too.
Hit the what?
Control plus.
Control. I'm old here. Oh, we're doing it. All right. Can y'all see this? All I need y'all to see is these scores in these games. You lost to Ole Miss by a touchdown, 6 points. You lose to Memphis by a point. We're going to discount the Notre Dame game. That was a one-off. Whatever. You lose to Tennessee by 3 points. You lose to A&M by 3 points. You lose to Auburn by 9 points. You lose to Mississippi State by 3 points. You lose to LSU by a point. And yeah, you kind of got taken to the woodshed against the amount that, like, it is so hard to beat Arkansas, but yet Arkansas just can't get the win. I'll stop sharing the screen now. I'm sorry, show my terrible computer skills there, but like Arkansas has to be, in my opinion, one of the best 2-9 teams I've ever seen in my life. This ain't like a 2-9 team where they're just bad. They're really not. They're really good. You can say it's coaching. I don't know. At the end of the day, they just can't finish a game. They've been in position to win a lot of those games, including Tennessee, and they just can't get it done. So
it doesn't matter to me, though. I'm going to take Missouri to win this game.
You said that so confidently, it scares me.
I'll be honest. I'm not confident. I'm not confident at all. I don't know what's going to happen in this game, but I do think that
who's home?
Arkansas's at home.
Give me Arkansas.
And Arkansas should win this game.
Bobby Petrino saves his job with this? No, I'm joking. I don't know, but give me Arkansas. I don't.
Arkansas should win this game. With it being at home, you've got the better quarterback. Granted, I think Missouri's got the better team, but I just think that Missouri comes in, they end up getting a win in this contest.
Right on. Missouri's a better team. It baffles 100%. Me that I think Arkansas is about to go winless in the SEC with the way they've played their opponents. It just blows my mind.
Yeah. And talk about a game that has no luster.
Iron Bowl?
Florida State.
All right.
Florida State going up against Florida. This game is in the swamp. Florida, a 1-point favorite in this game.
God, I don't know. I don't know. You got a feel on this one? This is like the poop bowl, brother. Like
100%.
Ron DeSantis was embarrassed about last week. I can only imagine what his tweet is going to be about this game.
Yeah, I mean, you've got I think DJ Lagway is the better quarterback. I think Tommy Castellanos, he's good, but he makes a lot of mistakes. And I think that DJ's got some better playmakers. I mean, Squirrel White, man, I'm not blaming that whole game on him, but that game against NC State, all he had to do was catch the punt. I mean, fair catch. All you got to do is catch it. He muffs it. NC State falls on the ball, takes it in for a touchdown later in that drive, and Florida State ends up losing. And now I believe Florida State is 4-6. No, they have to win this game to even be bowl eligible this year.
Yeah, they're 5-6.
Yeah, 5-6 right now. Either way, Mike Norvell's out the door after this season.
He's not.
They're sticking around with him.
They extended his contract, or they at least came out and said that they're.
What is Florida State doing?
Yeah, who are they going to go hire? Lane Kiffin? I'm joking. All right.
Better than Mike Norvell.
No, they actually did come out and definitively say that he's coming back next year. So no, they will not be getting rid of Mike Norvell.
Okay, because of that right there, Florida's winning the game.
I agree. Give me Florida. I do think Florida wins that game.
I think that they do too. This is going to be a close game, but I think that I think Florida's defense is a lot better than Florida State's defense, and I think that's where the game can be won and lost.
I don't even know if it's a close game. I mean, Florida State's history coming off of a Mike Norvell extension is not good. So,
fair enough.
Yeah, this is a terrible game. God, how did they get an ESPN slot? Put this thing. My dad said they actually needed to play this game. No, I don't
on ESPN Plus.
No, he mentioned like 8 a.m. on the Cartoon Network as like the as like the slime game that the NFL did. You know what I mean? Like the Lego game, bro. Like that. He was like, dude, just do that. Like they don't even deserve any type of primetime slot. So yeah,
I should have played it. Should have played it on the CW because that's what ACC does with a lot of their games.
You know what's sad? If it was the Nickelodeon slime game, I would actually probably watch it. I'd be like, yeah, it's on. It's better than game day.
Otherwise, I'm not watching this game.
That's fact. So all right, man. What's next?
Last game. It is the Iron Bowl. It is Alabama going up against Auburn. Alabama a 5.5-point favorite. The game is in Jordan-Hare Stadium. Does that mean anything?
No, it doesn't. Alabama's about to win by like 30. So give me the Tide. Don't overreact to the quarterback that came. It was Mercer. Don't do it.
I'm not overreacting to that.
I feel like you are. The fact that this is even a tough call.
I'll be honest.
It's either that you got to make up picks or you're overreacting to the quarterback here.
I'll be honest. I didn't even watch the game.
Deuce Knight.
I didn't even watch the game. Auburn versus
well,
Mercer.
he looks solid, but I'm telling you, don't put a lot of stock in it. I don't think Alabama's not losing to Auburn, man. No shot. If no. Hang on. Maybe as a Tennessee fan, we should root for this. I mean, I am rooting for it. Don't get me wrong. I'm just picking Alabama because I got to be smart here. If Kalen DeBoer loses this game to cost them another playoff,
he goes to Notre Dame.
He goes to Penn State.
Yeah, Penn State.
He goes to Penn State. Lane Kiffin goes to Alabama, and then LSU and Florida both lose. All right, dude. I think I got a new. All right, I might take Auburn. No, I'm joking. I'm not, but that would be. I'm rooting for it. Actually, that would be funny.
I'll go ahead.
What say you?
I'm going to take Auburn.
You got to. I like it.
Not because I think that it's going to happen, but this is Jordan Hare.
No, stand on business, bro. Like you know. I mean, happen. Stand on business.
This game, strange things happen to Jordan Hare, and I mean, you remember what was it 2 seasons ago with Jalen Milroe, or was it last season? No, it was 2 seasons ago.
2 seasons ago, because that's how they saved their playoff.
You had Alabama that was far and away the better team, and
needed a 4th and 30.
Needed a 4th and forever throw to the back of the end zone to be able to win the game. I mean, it's something about home field advantage, especially when it's Auburn. So I'm going to take Auburn to, we're talking about Tennessee ruining Vanderbilt's playoff chances. What about Auburn ruining Alabama's playoff chances? I'm going to root for it, and I think that it happens. So give me Auburn.
Right on. I like it.
All right, so it is time for upset pick of the week. Let's see. Did I not?
I don't have mine yet, so you go ahead. You get front center stage.
I don't have mine yet either, but
my goodness.
I got to upload the graphic first because I did make up one game because of the Western Kentucky pick.
Okay.
But it's still a 15-point deficit or 15-game deficit right now.
I hate to hear that, honestly.
Yeah, you sound very, very remorseful for that.
It's so unfortunate. You want to know who I think is a 10-point underdog on Action 247?
Who's that?
The team that's won 4 in a row against their better rival.
Michigan.
There you go.
It is still 10.
Nah, it's looking intriguing. I don't think I'm going to pick it. I've already alluded earlier in the show that I don't think it is going to happen. However, boy, would that be cinema. Absolute cinema. All right, I got mine.
There's some games that could absolutely happen.
I got mine.
What's yours?
Mine is a dumb one because it's the first one I found that looks right. But Rutgers got a big win last week. Don't know who they played. Yep. I'm going to take them to actually upset Penn State. I don't know how in the world Penn State is. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they're 13.5, 14.5. What are they on Action 247? I can't pull it up on my
14 even.
Perfect. I was right over. Okay, so 14 even. I'm going to take Rutgers as an outright underdog to win. Rutgers fight both of these teams fighting for bowl eligibility.
So I do have a question. So obviously Virginia Tech hired James Franklin this past week.
That's correct.
Is he coaching this weekend?
No, I don't. No, I don't think they can do that contractually. I don't know.
Okay.
But he is on the sideline. But I don't think he has anything to do with the team like the game day, whatever. I just think he's there.
All right, because I looked at that one right there, the Virginia Tech game.
If he was on the sideline, would you take it?
I thought about it. I thought about it, but yeah. I'm gonna take the Cal Golden Bears to upset SMU at home. That's a 13.5 point line there.
Oh yeah,
Cal has played spoiler this year at times, and SMU has also played spoiler at times. But when they've been the favorite, they've had some letdown spots.
I hear you,
and I think that this could be a letdown spot. I'm gonna take Cal to win the game outright, 13.5.
No pride. All right, I'm gonna pull a Pat McAfee. Give me the Swamp Gators. I love it. Sorry, I kind of fell behind. But yes, I'm seeing your picks here. Right on. Everybody pick Missouri, bro. Oh, I'm not feeling good. Not feeling good.
Rutgers.
Not feeling good. I did. I took the Rutgers over Penn State. And then we're going to bring Jake in for a quick little 5-pick segment.
Yep, we're gonna bring Jake
Unless he
in.
wants to do like 7 because he makes up his own rules at this point. But just, he's got to unmute himself, I think. Uh-oh. I mean,
Can't see my pretty
just
face.
can't see your face, brother. But here he is, Jake Arnold. We're raking with Jake. Raking is objective, but however, we got a chance to go positive.
We do.
Like, overall. Jake, welcome to the show, man.
Thank you. It's been a tough year. One of the weirdest college football years I can remember. Again,
4-2.
Yeah, what I say, the 6th pick, Western Kentucky. You could have almost had Western Kentucky money line at that point.
You mean to tell me you could lose a game this week and still be 500? Like, we could go 4-1.
We're going 5-8.
Actually,
or if he's got like 7 picks, I know he doesn't. But
I'm going to stay with the 5.
All right, let's do it. What's the first one? What's the number one on the radar here? And it better be. It better be.
It's a good one.
Okay.
The Egg Bowl.
Oh, Ole Miss to cover,
dude.
Oh yeah, I love it.
Oh, this line is dropped.
It dropped a half a point.
Oh yeah, in your favor. Go get it. Oh wait, you can't catch that
hat.
Now.
It's fine. I'll take it.
That's great. That drops in your favor there.
Ole Miss by a touchdown, baby. I love this line. Let's go.
It's awesome. I mean, think about
this is like a 4 unit.
You like this one?
I like it.
I don't.
I love this one.
I think that Ole Miss covers, but I'm not as confident as y'all are in it.
So what matters towards the end of the season? What are you starting to see as far as teams winning ball games at a high level? Well, what do you think the teams that are winning these ball games have? Don't ever think it.
Good quarterback play.
Depth.
Yeah, because I wouldn't necessarily say that Trinidad Chambliss is good quarterback play. He's been
better than Blake Shapen, but whatever.
Fair.
Yeah, and it just reinforces this again.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, I think that if you look at what Lane Kiffin has done, regardless if he stays or not, these kids have bought in. I mean, you've got a lot of players tweeting about Lane right now. I think that that's important. I think that they've not skipped a beat. I mean, are we forgetting that Ole Miss is a playoff team? I mean, that's what's so weird.
Yes, because they're not going to do anything in playoffs. But yes.
Yeah, but you see what I'm saying.
Right.
Is we've taken them to unprecedented heights. I don't know where this is going to be. I think it's either LSU for Lane Kiffin or Ole Miss. I don't see Florida in the picture.
No.
It would be crazy to see him at LSU, though. That's like the perfect pairing. Oh, my gosh. I really don't want to see it, but
especially because I think Tennessee plays LSU next year. That would be spicy.
Oh, good gosh.
All right.
Yeah, so I love this one. I'll go quickly to the next one because I think this one's probably my most confident. I liked a lot of these lines. And you know what's funny? Good news for all the bettors. I have no notes.
Hedge the bets. I'm joking. I love this one. I love it.
Yeah.
This is quite honestly a 5 unit. And for folks that don't understand unit, it's if you would typically bet, and I'm gonna do low wages just for math purposes, but if you did $1 on a bet, that's a unit. So if I wanted to do a 5 unit bet, that would be I would just 5 times the money. I would put $5 on this.
Correct.
Bet. And well, I am a cheapo, so this did get a $5 bet from me. So
mine's a dime.
Hey, there it is. That's about what my account was at last week, but luckily we won. So there we go.
Yeah, this next one I like a lot. I get where everybody's coming from. Texas has a very talented roster. It goes down to matchups. I really think that Texas A&M has some really explosive receivers. It's just really hard to account for 2 stud receivers on the perimeter and a quarterback that can put his foot in the ground and beat you. Obviously running by you, or can beat you just by right up the middle by design. I don't think that this is going to cover that, like a double-digit cover. I do think that this is going to be one. The only thing is go back to what they give you on Vegas. I think they say typically it's 2.5, 3 points is what they give you for the home field advantage.
Correct.
This probably would have opened up. I mean, right around 5.5. It's a touchdown. So I think it's interesting that this didn't open up bigger. But nonetheless, I love this bet. Maverick, Can we not talk about the fact that we just knocked off 3-ranked Houston, one of the grittiest dogfights I've seen? And I can't remember the last time things went Tennessee's way at the end of a sports game in general. The most notable thing in that game was we hit every free throw towards the end of that game. That was amazing. It's simple. It's just as simple as this bet right here. A&M's not lost. They're going to continue to not lose. So
Get Todd back to the subject.
I'm glad that y'all got confidence in A&M this weekend because I do not.
How do you not?
Look,
I think they survived their scare. I think that they got by where A&M's like, we talk about battered Vol syndrome. Holy crap, does A&M have battered Aggie syndrome? Yeah. Which makes sense because if you look at the both programs, I mean, for both of these programs, I mean, 8-4 has just been the ceiling for these programs for so long.
Texas 8-4. That's what they would call Texas A&M Texas 8-4.
Right. And so like the fact that they got by that, because I mean, I'm telling you, I've never seen a team look so bad than the first half against South Carolina.
They're awful.
And they were able to overcome it. I think at that point, it's kind of made A&M maybe bulletproof, at least for this game. I think they get by Texas.
Well, and I mean, Elko's a good coach. I really love what Elko can do. Thanks, Wade, for noticing the hat. I did this about 5 minutes before I came on. But I think Elko does a great job putting Marcel Reed in space. But Marcel Reed forced a ton against South Carolina. It made no sense what he was doing. I get it. I thought this guy was going to be in the Heisman room. The turnover-prone plays kind of got him out. This guy still is going to be a top 5-6 guy as far as impact players. I get it. Kind of the team composition's a little weird here, but A&M, man, I mean, they have everything you would want for a national champion type deal. It's kind of like what you see with Cam Newton and Auburn. And I get it. Cam Newton's a different beast, but you don't play a Cam Newton every single week, and you definitely don't play a Marcel Reed every single week, even if he's not as proficient as you would like him to be in the pass. But again, 2 receivers, a stud front 7, and guys who want to play for their coach. That's a recipe for disaster. And I still feel that Texas A&M is probably a top 2 to 3 team looking for a national championship this year.
And for all the talk about other coaches, how is Steve feeling if he drops this game? 8-4 Texas. You lose to A&M.
Yeah, it's
once again not meeting expectations.
Sark is an offensive coordinator, and I think it's kind of the same thing you saw with Pruitt. When you spread somebody too thin, things don't go great. You have this ceiling that you think you're going to hit, and everything kind of just gets down to here, and the things you're going to be here get down to here. Especially when you just kind of, water finds its level, and it's lower than where you thought it was going to be.
Right on. So, what's the next pick? How we feeling?
I love this one, especially when you think about what they give for a home field advantage, and I would think for this one they're giving more. Ohio State -10 at Michigan. What has Michigan done all year?
I mean, they
win games.
I was going to say they kind of kept themselves in the conversation, honestly.
And who? With who? Who's?
I mean, to be fair, they lost to Oklahoma, who is a playoff, so I can't really say that that's a bad loss because I'm sitting here as a Tennessee fan saying that's a good loss. And I don't know who their other loss is, but they've only lost twice. So like they beat the teams that they got to beat. Like
I'm going to be an SEC homer here.
I agree with what you're about to say, but there's nothing we can do about that. And if they go and beat Ohio State again, which they've done as a 6-6 team, much less could be a 10-2 team. So, I mean, it's just been quiet because I don't think their offense is flashy. The first year Bryce Underwood,
freshman quarterback.
Yep. Which I mean, Julian Sayin, is he not a freshman?
But okay, you could put me at quarterback at Ohio State, and I'd still be at New York.
I'm just saying,
you know what I mean?
Brother.
Like
I mean, I would love to see it actually.
They actually did load management.
They have a helmet your size, bro.
All right, not taking a sip of my Gatorade yet.
All right.
This game probably would have opened up as a 2-touchdown favorite if this was over in Ohio State. I just think Ohio State, with them sitting Carnell Tate and Jeremiah Smith last week for lower body injuries, is hilarious. It's the same thing the Cowboys basically did in the first possession against, I believe it was the Raiders. It was the Raiders.
No, that
dude,
was that was
was
a
it
y'all.
the Raiders?
Yeah,
Raiders or
yes,
Eagles?
but I'm just saying that was absolutely a punishment of some reason. I don't know if it was a bet they
but
lost or.
it doesn't matter. Ohio State has probably the best defense in the country as far as like technically sound and skillfully sound. I really like what A&M can do. I like what Oklahoma can do. But you look at the Jimmies and Joes, Ohio State's got them all over the place, man. I just don't see it. And, we also don't think about speed in the Big Ten. But I think that Ohio State has some really speedy linebackers as well that'll be able to contain what Underwood wants to do, and he wants to get out of the pocket. He wants to make this a half-field game. I think this one's going to get ugly. I probably would like if you could take an alternate spread, not to sell myself short here. I like minus 15 for Ohio State. I think that they're definitely going to cover.
Alright,
Not
so-
even taking the 13.5. He
so-
went straight to 15.
So
I
with
love
him being this confident, Michigan is going to cover in this contest.
it.
100%.
This
Happens
is
every
now a 1 unit. Yes.
This might be a half unit at this
I
This
point.
is
hear
a
you.
negative 3 units, is what I'm
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, well, what is the next one on the docket we got?
hearing. One that I don't get why y'all are overthinking this. I got Missouri -3 at Arkansas. They ain't won a game. They ain't won a game.
I don't care.
They've won 2.
Dude, I pulled up receipts, brother.
No.
That's exactly why I feel. Missouri is.
What are they
not-
playing for? I would rather go 2-10.
They've not
than
been
3
playing
and
for
9.
crap for half the year, brother. They were out of eligibility by week 7. Like, I'm just
This
saying.
team has nothing, man. This team has nothing. And what
I don't
happened
care.
last week
They're
is
still
they
hard
got
to beat.
don't tell Texas that. Missouri
I will.
just
I
got
will.
back their quarterback. They just got back their
How did
quarterback.
that first half go against Texas?
Whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Again, better roster, better depth. Missouri's actually pretty daggum healthy relative to the rest of the SEC. And Arkansas, I think they're going to lay down.
How many points did Missouri score last week?
Who cares? They're going to score at least 3 more than
You
Arkansas.
asked me why I'm overthinking it. I'm giving you the answers, okay? I'm giving you the answers. You don't want to hear the answers, but you asked for them. I'm just saying.
I'm
Here's
giving you.
here's what I'll say. If this turns into a high-scoring game, it favors Arkansas. If it stays low-scoring, it favors Missouri.
I would agree with that.
And you know what?
This is
Missouri
not your
wants to
segment,
do?
Michael. Shut up. No, I'm
No,
joking.
I love it. I love it. What does Missouri want to do? They want to run the daggum
my
rock.
segment's coming up.
I think according to Eli, they actually may have a chance to make the playoffs. So,
So does Shane Beamer.
Yeah.
I treat both of which about the same. Missouri and South Carolina, in my book, have always been
They're about
equally
that.
annoying.
I at least semi-respect Eli Drinkwitz now because of what he's been able to do in Missouri over the last couple of years. Granted, I know it's been more of a cupcake type schedule compared to other conference teams, but he still kept Missouri at a level that I didn't think he was going to be able to. So,
Yeah, that speaks a testament to kind of who he is as a coach. I mean, who the heck wants to play at Missouri?
and I mean, he's already put his name out there. He hasn't himself, but his name is out there for other coaching positions.
I would play anywhere that would take me, Coach. I would. It's fine.
I love this last pick, and again, I don't. Why are we making this one harder than it needs to be?
10 unit. 10 units.
Put the mortgage
Baby.
on it, honey.
House. The house.
Do you know what's so funny?
This is
about-
all getting clipped when we lose. If
Please give me Vandy's Diego Pavia to be sacked like, I don't know, 100 times, 400 times, 7. As
What's
many
your
times.
thoughts? What's your thoughts on if Joey Aguilar in the fourth quarter scores a touchdown to go up by like 2 or 3 scores to put the game away, and he strikes the Heisman to mock Diego Pavia?
Oh God! But the problem is like Joey is like
Joey's a
Jekyll
humble
and
guy
Hyde.
that's not
It's
gonna
like
do it.
Jekyll and Hyde. It's like they're very similar quarterbacks where they'll put the ball in harm's way, but they'll still kind of Diego obviously run it more, but they have very similar throwing mechanics.
I think you need to watch for Joey to pull the ball in this game a little bit more. I think against Florida he purposely didn't because oh my goodness, if he kept the ball like any on those zone reads,
hard.
yes, dude. If he kept the ball any on them zone reads, that dude is still running. I think they did it on purpose to make Vanderbilt think that he's not like that's not a play.
Yeah,
But I would
agree.
love to see Joey run the ball here in this game.
One thing we did do, and this is kind of like a high technical thing, is we went away from zone blocking to base blocking against Florida. I've not seen us do that all year on the offensive line. That's like almost like taking the playbook and just chucking it out the window. Um, that really threw me for a loop. It allows less penetration. It obviously can take away more of your explosives on the run. And if you notice, we didn't really get a ton of explosives on the run, but we were chunking them for 3-4 yards every single play.
Down the middle, it was a tough 5-6 yards. But if we could bounce it to the outside, break that containment, that's how we got our explosive runs.
So I really think that Heupel understands the assignment just like he did last week. I know a lot of fans are mad about how the game was in the second half of last week, which is just asinine. If you've got a pocket aces, you don't show your hand. That's what I'm seeing for this week. I think that we're going to open up the playbook. And again, we're sitting here in the last week of college football, and I think I said on the show preseason, I think that we're probably going to go 9-3 with a loss to Alabama, Georgia, maybe Florida, or maybe Oklahoma. Well, we lost to Oklahoma, and whatever happened to Florida happened to Florida. This is one of those games where I think we take care of business. We're right on par where we wanted to be, really exceeding expectations. I think the over-under before the season was 8.5. Joey, do I think he's the greatest quarterback of all time? No. But my gosh, is he getting it done? And we have enough pieces around this team. We have way more depth than Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt can only do so much in the transfer portal after 1 year. Yeah, they're a good team last year. They're a pretty daggum good team this year, but they're no Oklahoma. I can promise you that. And if we can protect Joey, we're going to have a lot more open up on the pass. We're going to be able to run the ball. This is going to be probably I think we're going to win by 10. That's what I'm feeling. But yeah, I think this is going to be a really good feel-good game. I'm going to be there. I know a lot of Vanderbilt fans are delusional on Twitter right now saying checker Neyland with their black and gold. I don't know how you're going to checker with 40 of y'all being in there. But yeah,
there's that many of them.
This is going to be a really good game. This is going to be a fun one. And I think you're going to see kind of that level difference. Just the same as Ohio State and Michigan, I think there's a little bit of a level difference.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is Pavia's first game in a real stadium, right?
He played at Texas, right?
Yeah, he played at Alabama.
Yeah. I mean, I see this kind of going how the Alabama game went. I really do. I think Diego. I would love to have him on our team. He's a character, but he's not going to fit a sustainable mold. That guy is not going to be able to do it all himself. And they have such a regurgitating offensive scheme. It's a tight end choice, and you roll it out and you just make sure that he has the option to run or throw it to Stowers.
He is such a perfect fit for Vanderbilt because Vanderbilt didn't know how to win. So if you put Pavia on a team like Tennessee and he acts the way he does, there's no way that meshes because he's now in a room with other winners, and it's a team effort. But Vanderbilt, it really wasn't the first year. I mean, it was a couple guys making plays with Pavia, and that's how he was able to kind of assert himself as a I kind of guy. In the post game interviews, it's very much an I. It's the Heisman posing in the game. Yeah. His wide receiver scores a touchdown, but yet they go and hold hands and do that stupid wave thing just so that he can strike the post. Brother, come on. He's all about I, but again, that's just a perfect fit for Vanderbilt because they needed a guy to finally bring that type of mentality to that team. But yeah, to your point, I don't think I'd actually want him on the team because I just don't think that would gel too well.
If people want to know the difference between, I want to go back to what we did last week. When you are zone blocking, and that's a lot of what our offensive line does, your offensive line has to be able to almost surf. They're just kind of move and move and move and then find what's coming over. That's hard to do because it leaves room for a lot of leaks. We got exposed against Oklahoma. I think Oklahoma was a come to Jesus because Oklahoma had a ton of penetration. They got us a ton of tackles for loss. They got into the backfield. When you base block, you are you're basically confirming that you trust your offensive line to push the guys in front of them. I've seen Vanderbilt play a lot of football. This team does not have an elite defensive line. They don't. They have a good Mike linebacker. I think he's a Sam actually. The guy who has the blonde tips, he's pretty daggum good. They don't. I mean, they got Jordan Matthews sitting at corner. He's okay. We know what he is. I really just don't see a world where we lose this one. I know I shouldn't ever say this as a Vol fan. We should have some battered Vol syndrome, but it doesn't make any sense for us to lose this one. I don't even think if this was at Vandy, I think this would be the exact same thing, -2.5.
You talk too much.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense for the Vols to lose this one. Well, now this is immediately a half unit bet because I tell you what,
all right,
not a lot has made sense this year. But hey, I tell you what, promo code Vol Fanatics with Action 247, the betting app, local sportsbookie right here in Nashville, Tennessee. But please do be reminded, it's the end of the year. If you've had a losing year, like some of us, it could get that time of desperation, of get back, and maybe putting a little bit on the line that you don't have. And if you feel like you kind of run into that issue, please don't dig the hole too deep. Reach out 1-800-889-9789 for gambling help. I know it's hard to admit, but guys, at the end of the day, this is supposed to be for fun, for banter. This is not supposed to lose your car over or lose the family over or lose the house over. At the end of the day, this is all just for fun. I wasn't joking when I say I only bet like $5 or so on a game. I mean, I am not the kind of guy that's putting hundreds of dollars. I mean, at the end of the day, I want to eat.
Ramen noodles get old after a while.
I'm telling you, and I've had to eat that a lot this year with this rate. No, I'm joking. I got to give Jake some crap. It's been a fun year, but we love doing this. So just want to make sure that you guys know that we do this safe, and I hope you guys do the same thing.
You know where we have made money this year, though?
He always segues into this. And he says we. And I got to be honest with you, I've not rode on any of these with him, so he's the only one making money on them.
Yeah. I expect a public apology right now from Jake for just crapping on two of my picks last week. We went 3-0 last week on volunteer favorites. So
Jake, that's a bad look, Jake. That's a bad look. I can't even back that up, Jake.
How dare do you make Jacksonville State and Southern Miss? I'm okay with the Southern Miss. I can take that one. That one I'm okay with. But
yeah, he did like outright dog you for going against his alma mater or whatever. I don't.
Jacksonville State, I want to just say, has three guys that I have directly worked a lot of hours with. Okay, they lost a tough one. Southern Miss, I'm okay with. I got a couple of guys just working in Mississippi that I'm like, man, I want them to win. They got dog walked.
They did. They did. No, they made an effort towards the end, but yeah, they got dog walked in that one. But I do have two more plays for us this week that I feel pretty good about.
Oh,
and these are going to be some Power 5 picks.
Oh,
and my first one that I
think I know one of them.
Arizona State.
Dude, I'm looking at it. I'm literally that was
2-point underdog at home against Arizona. And both of them 8-3 on the year this so far. Arizona State got off to a rocky start, but they've started to turn it around a little bit, and they've got a little bit of momentum. So I'm going to take Arizona State to win outright against Arizona in this rivalry matchup.
Might have to ride you on that one. Mm-hmm.
The other one that I have, Houston is a 2.5-point underdog on the road against Baylor. Now, Houston over the last 3 weeks, they've lost 2 of their last 3. But do you know what Houston is against the spread this year? 2-9. 2-9 against the spread, and they've got a losing record overall on the money line. I'm taking Houston to come out on top in this game, and I'm looking to go 2-0 again this week.
I'm going to ride with you. You better not let me down.
Well, now that you're riding with me, they're probably not going to.
Don't you give me that. Don't you give me that. I'm going to ride with you. I like it. 3-0 last week. What a way to make that record look a little better. All right.
That's right. 14-4 on the season.
I wish I had like something I did. Oh wait, I do. It's winning the SEC picks.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
All right. Jake, appreciate you coming on a Tuesday night. Used to do it on Thursday night, but we'll be back next Thursday to talk about some conference title games.
Yep.
So appreciate you coming back on the night. Looking forward to this weekend's football games.
Absolutely. Appreciate y'all having me.
Sir. All right, Skylar, you got anything else to wrap up with before we get off here tonight?
Man, I got nothing. I hope you and the family and everybody watching that stuck with us this entire time. We still got over 45 viewers watching the live stream. From the bottom of my heart, I hope you have a very happy Thanksgiving. Go spend some time with the family. Watch football, of course. And, hey, watch some more basketball. I mean, the Vols are still rocking in this tournament. Continue to support that. But overall, man, go see some family. Enjoy the short work week and extended weekend with family. Safe travels. And man, you got to cherish this week, man. It bothers me a little bit because I felt like football season just started in a way, but it only lasts so long until obviously you got to wait for another 7-month off season before you get to enjoy it again. So take in this week of the last week of the regular season in college and just enjoy it with family.
100%. Go Big Orange, everybody.
Go Vols.